There are many reasons people decide to shave their heads. Some like the style, others are balding. Sometimes it's due to an illness like alopecia or cancer. And some people just want a fresh start. There are times where I just want to shave it all off. The hair isn't what matters here. It is the passing of time that hair has been a witness to. The memories associated with that last shave, the actions and inactions, decisions, and yet continues to grow, gathering information, hanging in our faces to remind us of the passing of time. Time. It is never ending. Something to ponder about, but then, when you do, it depletes and begins anew. It seems to neither have a beginning or an end, depending on your perspective, of course. Did time begin the moment you were born, isolated to a single individual in every cell, molecule, and organism contained within? Has time always been? Or did it begin with the Big Bang? If so, didn't that itself require time? We estimate that happened around 13.8 billion Earth years ago. Earth years are just a measure of time, inconsistent with the time it takes for other planets to circle their own sun. We don't really understand time itself, and are still learning, chipping away at a puzzle larger than ourselves, as humans do. There is something about time that I understand, or more so that I've observed. Time is a cycle, just like the patterns in our life. It always flows, but in increments of repetition. Habitual, biological, neurological, behavioral. Everything has its pattern. Time is no exception to that. This won't apply to everyone, but it is relatable enough to include. Think of how every year that passes by, every New Year's resolution failed. This year will be different, you tell yourself. Observe how time continues to move forward, but your pattern does not. And yet, if a year is a measurement of time and or a simplification for the human comprehension of it, each year moves forward to the next, but each year begins again. It depletes and begins anew. What does this have to do with hair, you ask? Well, I'm in a terrible headspace right now. I am looking into my reflection and trying to act upon an urge. The urge to start a new year, in a sense. It is no secret that I suffer from poor mental health. I don't feel the need to delve into each specific condition, not now, not here. However, I am extremely depressed, more so now than normal. I feel restless and uneasy in my own skin, anxious and tormented by invasive thoughts. So yes, I want to shave my head. I wish to start anew. But every time I shave my head to start over, it doesn't solve anything. It feels satisfying to touch a shaved head, and that can bring a moment of enjoyment. But I can just as easily shave the sides of my head, retaining my mohawk, and feel the shaved sides. The mohawk, a symbol, a part of my identity, part of a culture I used to be involved with. I say used to, not because I don't identify with punk anymore. I do. more that I see the passing of time and how insignificant all of it really is. I am cursed with knowledge because I sought it out. I like to know things. The further you look into that rabbit hole, though, the smaller you become. We all matter individually, but we are also insignificant in the grander scheme of things. The human race is significant as a whole, but look at our history and look at us now. It is hard to stay objective when you can see what we have done to each other and to our home. A part of me wants to give in and let go of any and all responsibilities to escape this reality. I could choose to listen to my inner demons and try to escape. I could. Maybe I will. Just shave it off and see if it works this time. Repeating the pattern, expecting a different result. No. I am not insane. I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I can shave off that passage of time, sure, but I can't shave off those memories, those experiences, the trauma that haunts me throughout my dreams and waking hours. So what should I do when I hate the sight of myself? For my mental well-being, I see a psychologist. I have a psychiatrist appointment coming up too. I'm fatter than I like to be, but I exercise and I see a physio about my weight and my back pain. My doctor prescribes medications appropriate to my conditions, so I am being treated. My tattoos aren't symmetrical, not a fault of my own, just the result of a lazy tattooist, unwilling to measure twice before cutting. I colour my hair as freedom of expression matters to me, yet here I am, standing with clippers, contemplating whether shaving it all off is what I really want to do. Decide. I have made my decision. I cannot repeat this maddening pattern. Time does not rewind like a cassette tape. No matter how I feel about myself today, tomorrow is always another day. A fresh perspective. Not given by the removal of hair, but the ambition to do better. I have a lot of people counting on me to succeed. I cannot afford to give up now. I don't do it for myself, to that I must admit. I don't care about myself enough for that. No, I have a debt to society. Something driving me to accomplish my goals and to give back in any way I can. No human being is perfect, not a single one that is free of fault or mistake. It is how we learn from it that matters, how we evolve and come together. I don't want anyone to look up to me for any courage that I muster. I don't want anyone to imitate me for my actions, present, future, or past. I just want to create and entertain, open a few minds, and help wherever possible. It has been an arduous road that I have travelled alone, unmedicated and self-disciplined. Not a road I wish upon any traveller. I set my own path by looking internally, and committed myself to a change. The change necessary to remove myself from the path I was previously on. Yet every road has speed bumps, potholes, cracks, and deterioration. I had only my determination for self-improvement to repair it along the way. Maybe it was just stubbornness, but I didn't really have anything else. I don't relate to most people, and with everyone, they'll either accept or reject you as a person. Be it prejudice, a bad first impression, jealousy, or just a bad feeling. In the end, it doesn't matter. I find myself alone. Don't get me wrong, people have come and gone. Some have stayed. It is rare for me, but it has happened enough to keep me going. I am thankful for my friends. The expression, on the same page, implies that there is an understanding between individuals, that they both exist in the same space mentally. I have felt as though I have either been a chapter ahead or a chapter behind every step of the way. Rarely have I ever felt I was on the same page with anyone. I know that isolation is something we have all felt recently, but before you knew it intimately, I chose it intentionally. I separate myself from society, from the outside world, from people. I bury myself in a loop of distractions and escapism, binging entertainment back to back, but it's just background noise. I'm not really being entertained, minus a chuckle here and there. I'm forcing my brain to stop focusing on trauma. But every 10 to 15 seconds between episodes, videos, or game loading screens, any time I am left to idle, it all comes flooding back, with accumulative triggering moments photobombing my brain as time continues to flow. People don't even realize that time is our most precious resource. I appreciate historians and archaeologists for recognizing this. People still flock towards money, stature, power, conquest, material things. Even though I don't indulge in it, I believe those seeking adventure have it right. As our biological clock counts down and our society pushes its consumerist agenda, there are people spending time with loved ones, going out, seeing the world for its beauty, trying new things and enjoying their limited existence. While they can. Time. I see it as my enemy. I hate it. It adds to my discomfort, to my misery. I choose to live the way that I do. I feel it is best for my purpose here. I seek knowledge and gather information. Isolation allows me to function at my own pace. I take my experience and personal growth, everything I have learned, I then apply that to my work as I sit for hours on end, writing, editing, coding, creating art. You probably don't know me for this, or know me at all, really. You see what I let you see, you hear what I let you hear. I do this for you because I care about you, more than I care about myself. Let me put my talents to work and help in my own way, so that you can thrive. Now my hair may be safe from the clippers today, but another day will come where it all goes away again. At least I managed to break the cycle this time. There's that word again. Time. I look forward to a time where I can share a page with someone and stay there. Maybe then I can finally break this pattern for good. Until then, I will work hard to do what I do best. Create something from the destruction I live through, and learn from the chaos that precedes me.